Hello, welcome to Jet Mathematics. I remain your host, Milton Ebiwari John. We are looking at changing repeating decimals to fraction. This is the part 2, and then we'll look at some more examples which are quite different from the ones we did in our previous video. But the idea basically is the same. I just want to show you how you can do that. Okay, so like I said before, there are shortcuts, but then I want to show a general approach. Okay, because sometimes using these shortcuts one may make mistakes, so better you just know the general approach. So the first question here says we should change 0.1666 to a fraction. So like I showed you in our previous video, you can rewrite this as 0.16 and then you can put a dot here showing that this 6 is repeated, or I said you can use a dash. Okay, good. Now the next step is to say, now this is quite different from what we did in the last video, because in the last video the repeating decimal starts immediately after the decimal point, but here we have a number first before the decimal starts repeating. Okay, so basically it's the same approach anyway. So we say let x equals that value 0.1666 and so on. Okay, let me put a dash on the 6. We'll call this equation 1. And then since it's just one decimal repeating itself, we multiply by 10. So here becomes 10x. 10 times this gives us 10x equals to 10 times this gives us 1.66. We can just put our dash here and call this equation 2. Oh, good. Then next we subtract 1 from 2. 10x minus x gives us 9x is equals to 1.66666 minus 0.16666 gives us 1 minus 0 is 1, 0.6 minus 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, and the rest are 0, 0, 0, 0, zeros. So this gives us x, dividing both sides by 9, x is equals to 1.5 over 9. If I move this decimal point here, this gives me 15 over 90. It's the same thing. This is equivalent to this. So 15 here is 1, I think, and 15 here is 6. So I think this is the solution, 1 over 6 in its lowest form. So when you divide this, you get this result. Okay, let's see the second question there, number 2. So number 2 is 4.12381381. It's repeating, so we can write this again as 4.12381. The 381 is repeating, 381, 381, and so on. Okay, so you discover in this problem, again, the repeating decimal did not start just after the point. We have two numbers after the point before it started. But then the idea does not change. It just follows basic approach as we have done in the first example there. So all we need to do now, we'll multiply. So let's start. Let x be equal to the number 4.12381. Let's just put the dash there, showing that these three numbers are repeating. Now, if these three numbers are repeating themselves, it means we'll multiply by 1000. In the last video, I told you if one number is repeating itself, you multiply by 10. If two numbers are repeating themselves, multiply by 3 by 100. If three numbers are repeating themselves, you multiply by 1000. That is the idea. So we multiply this by 1000, so we have 1000x is equals to, please mind you, we'll call this equation 1, is equal to, multiply here by 1000, you have 4, 1, 2, 3, 0.8, 1, 3, 8, 1. Remember, this is the repeating side. Good. Then we subtract, call this equation 2. Then we subtract 1 from 2. So 1000x minus x is 999x, equal to this minus this. Let's go gradually. We say this minus this is 4, 1, and then I think this is another one, 9 point, then 8 minus 1 is, I think that should be 7. 1 minus 2, oh, that will not go, so 11 minus 2 is 9, then 7 minus 1 is 6. So I think that should be what we should be having. Okay, that should be what we should be having when you do that. So the next thing, you divide both sides, and then we have 4119.69 divided by 999. So if we move these two steps, this gives us, let me come down here, 411969 divided by 99900. We move this one too, and then we'll add 2 zeros here. Okay, so this again becomes, can divide, I think 3 can go to this number. Let's try. 3 here is 1, remainder 1, 3 there is 3, remainder 2, 3 here is 7, 3 here is 3, 3 here is 2, 3 here is 3. Good. Then 3 here is 3, 3, 3, 0, 0. So this becomes our result. So when you do this divided by this, you are going to get this value. Alright? So that's the basic idea. So don't forget to like, to share, and to follow this page. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video. Bye bye.